I've got a few questions. Have you ever really listened to music if you haven't heard it on vinyl? Have you ever seen a film in the cinema if you haven't seen it on a 70mm film? Or projected with a 70mm projector? And the final question. Have you ever seen a photograph if it's not printed in any shape or form? Hang up on a wall? I thought we'd talk about printing and the importance of printed images. Of course, there are no questions without answers, so I'll try to give the answers to the questions I just asked. And let's start with the music part. To the first question, I'd say yes, absolutely. You can listen to music on cassette tapes, vinyl, CDs, streaming, MP3, radio, whatever, you still listen to music. Don't let anyone tell you anything else. I don't care how you listen to music. I don't care as long as you listen to music. As long as you can enjoy your music the way you want to. I don't care how you do it. That's none of my business. Personally, I prefer to listen to vinyl. Why? Because I like to sit down in my couch with a large record cover and sleeve, just read the lyrics and get involved with the music. But I also like to listen to music in my headphones, sitting outside in the sun, or walking, or talking, or running. And both are good ways to enjoy music, just with different purposes. And movies. Have you ever really enjoyed a movie if you haven't seen a 70mm print of 2001: A Space Odyssey? Of course you have. I don't care how you watch movies. If you watch them on a small phone, a tablet, a laptop, computer screen, TV, cinema, whatever, as long as you enjoy the movies you want to enjoy in the way you want to enjoy them. Even though I personally, absolutely, I prefer to go to the cinema. I prefer to watch a movie in IMAX rather than on a computer screen, but sometimes I even watch a movie on my phone. If I'm out traveling or sitting on a bus or train or airplane or whatever. And like with music, I do it with a purpose. So I don't really enjoy watching a movie on my phone, but I don't enjoy traveling either. So watching that movie lightens up the burden of being in motion traveling. I like to go places. I like to visit places. I just don't like the traveling part. Sitting in an airplane, a bus, car, train, horse and carriage or whatever. It takes too much time and therefore I don't like it. And I'm not comfortable sitting around so many people in basically a tin can with wings up in the air. And the third question, have you really enjoyed a photograph if you haven't seen it printed, hung up on a wall? Of course you have. It's just silly to say, you haven't seen the photograph if it's only on a screen. No, absolutely you have. And I don't care how you look at photographs, as long as they inspire you, wanting you to grow and making you a better photographer. If you can learn something from a photograph, I don't care how you look at a photograph or how you see a photograph. But of course, again, I do like to see images or photographs or paintings printed large, hung up on walls in perfect lighting conditions, just to get up close to them and study them in detail. learn from them, feel something from them, and just enjoy them that little extra. Like a photograph on a computer screen compared to a printed photograph is just it's just a cake with extra icing and sprinkles on top of that icing. That's a printed photograph for me. Why is it important for me to print my own photographs? Well, first of all, I love seeing the photographs I've taken and worked so hard for printed on a paper. Large. I used to print something in the likeness of A3 when I had my own printer, before my old trusty Epson broke down on me and wouldn't start anymore. Now I send my pictures to a printing company, but we'll talk about that later. But for me, it's seeing a photograph that I took and then printed is kind of special, because the way I see it is this photograph has something extra. And I worked hard for it. I firstly selected it among 100 of other photographs, edited it in Lightroom, like I do with many photographs, and then from those edited photographs I selected this special photo to be printed. So every printed photograph I have has something special to it, and some little detail that made it stand out from every other photograph I've taken and printed. So unfortunately my printer broke down on me, and now I can't print for myself anymore, so I had to send my photographs away to be printed. And it's a bit too costly to print them in the absolute largest sizes, so I tend to go not the smallest, but almost in the size of, in the likeness of A4. I can still hang them on the wall, and I can still enjoy the photographs I've taken. And others who see them can also enjoy them. So now, to make a blunt comparison, I do enjoy watching a movie on a TV screen or a cinema, but watching it large in IMAX is the equivalent of me watching or seeing a photograph printed in the largest possible size. I just tend to enjoy it a bit more. And me personally, I can't really enjoy seeing a photograph published on a social media network like Instagram. Just watching or seeing a photograph in the size of a postal stamp doesn't really give me anything, other than possibly a inspiration to go to some places and do photography there or something like that. But it's really not something I enjoy looking at. I prefer to look at photographs hanging on walls, preferably in a museum or in an art gallery. So printing to me is rather important. And I also feel when you print a photograph large, it kind of gets its own life, so to speak. It can breathe in a way it can't if it's on a small screen or printed too small, like a postcard size photograph. Even though I enjoy postcards a lot, especially old postcards from way back before I was born. Anyway, a large print kind of breathes and starts telling its own story. You can see the fine little details, signs of buildings in a way you can't in a small print, details on humans, on landscapes, on streets, buildings, whatever. And when I talk printing and the importance of printing, and I encourage you to print your photographs because it's at least to me, it's worth it. And I encourage you, if you don't print your photographs, I encourage you to try it, because I'm convinced that it will become important to you too. And I don't care how you print your photographs, as long as you print them. I don't care if you print them yourself on a laserjet printer. I don't care if you print them on an inkjet printer. I don't care if you use a matrix printer like we used in the old days, with 9 or 24 needles just punching holes through a color ribbon, making color appear on a paper. I don't care if you're in a dark room working your ass off, and I don't care if you send your photographs away to a printing company. As long as you print them, they serve a purpose, and the printing process is just a way to get the photographs on a piece of paper, so you can enjoy your special photographs a bit more than just on a small screen. Do what's best for you. Don't let anyone tell you you're not a real photographer if you don't print yourself, or if you don't hassle in a dark room, or even if you use an instant film camera. Do it the way you want to do it and the way you enjoy doing it. I mean, I'm kind of lazy and a firm believer in the fact that humans are kind of made to search for the easy solution in every situation. So that's why I haven't bought a new printer, and instead I send my prints away to a printing company that's a lot better than me at printing photographs. Now, unfortunately, a bit on a downer of printing is sooner or later you'll run out of wall space, and you need to start curating the pictures on your walls. And even though it's a downer that you're out of space, it can sometimes be a blessing in disguise, because now when you have to remove photographs, the photographs you have hanging on your walls will be that little extra curated and even more special than the photographs that goes back in the boxes. Now, as always, dear watchers of this channel, I thank you very much for watching this video, hopefully till the end and not skipping any parts. And I'm interested. What is your views on printing? Is it important? Is it not important? Is it waste of time, waste of money, waste of paper? Or do you feel that your photographs need to be printed in order to become a real photograph? How do you enjoy the photographs you've taken? Sound off in the comments below, and I'll start working on my next video. Until then, my name is Jörgen, and you'll see me in the next one. So bye for now.